James plays game
with me.
So, hi everybody. Once again, we're here and we're revisiting where it all began with Night Trap.
My favorite recording.
Watch out behind you.
Actually, you know what? It might be one of my favorite recordings.
It's
Time
just-
Gal
I'm
was really good.
Gonna be honest, after rewatching, I haven't rewatched the latest episodes because I'm like, listen, this is too fresh. This is too fresh. But looking back at them, I'm like, yeah, Night Trap might be my favorite. I didn't think I'd say that.
I guess that means I need to start finding some stuff that's... Well, what about Love Too Easily? I thought you liked that.
I like that, but it's not. I don't know. Recording wise, it was okay, yeah, it's a one-off thing. I don't want to go back to it as another recording session. Whereas we could probably play Night Trap for a while, and I'd be amused.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll change over to that, and I'll do my perfect run practices where I go through each time over and over again.
Well, let me pull out my Switch and get my Animal Crossing set up.
Oh, no, you have to be focused for this.
I don't think I do. I won't miss much if you have to just, not look at the cutscenes.
You can't be like Michael with his Duolingo lessons while we're recording.
Listen,
Since that first recording, I've gone back and gotten all the achievements on Steam. For
Yeah,
Night
Matt
Trap.
is
I am defending myself. I specifically did my Duolingo because you basically said, I can't use your help right now. I'm going to do this on my own.
Well, I can't use your help on this because we're going to be watching a video, so there's that. But hopefully we will enjoy it. Now, Matt knows what's coming because, as Matt just said, all achievements, they did their perfect run and everything. They're the Night Trap master here. So the rest of us are going to be experiencing the story for pretty much the first time, even though we did a video where I played through for an hour. And as we've seen with Night Trap, you don't actually get to see the story if you're trying to play Night Trap. So,
Also, fun fact, the archive is bugged, and even if you see some videos, it doesn't unlock.
oh boy. Well, then I guess it's good that I did not attempt to unlock everything and cut together my own video.
Do you
Yeah.
think there's ever been another game since where by playing the game you actually miss the point of the game?
There is, and
Probably.
maybe we will get to that in the future.
Okay. Well, crypticism aside, I can't really think of any game I've ever played where you kind of miss the story by playing the game.
Well,
I mean, the beta game that we had previously discussed from this, what was it, Scene of the Crime?
yes.
You could pretty much ignore every room except the first one and win. Because everything you need to know happens in the first room.
Digital Pictures had a style, we will say. And like I said, maybe we will visit that in the future. But for now, we wanted to try to experience the actual story of Night Trap. And there are a number of videos on YouTube where people have cut together their own sort of movie of what actually happens in Night Trap. And I am going with one that was put together by Jake Ziggity Steven. The Ziggity is in quotation marks, so that's how you can find them, and you can find that on there. And they appear to have lots and lots of videos of other gaming content. They seem to be a bit of a completionist. They appear to like Tom Clancy games, and there's lots of other things on there if you're looking for yet another Let's Player or more gaming content, but you already have me, you shouldn't need any more. But yeah, we're going to watch this, and, all the credit goes to them for cutting this together, and we'll see how this goes.
It's funny that you say you don't need anyone except you when all four of us are content creators.
In some format.
I mean, it's been a while since I streamed. I kind of burned out.
It's been a while.
I mean, I'm going on hiatus soon.
Yeah, but that's for an entirely different reason.
That is. But I'm gonna miss it. I'm
For
gonna
all I'm
miss my
saying is,
annoying chat that
All
just
four
annoys
of
me.
us have created content.
Yes. For me, when it comes to streaming, it's more like I take a hiatus from not streaming to come back and do like a stream every now and then. But
There you go.
so this is familiar at least, because this is before we jump around from camera to camera. This is the intro again. For those of you, since it's been a while, might not actually
It's been a
remember what's
while.
going on. There you go.
Still weird that we have perfect video of all this happening and still have not arrested these not vampires.
Well, I guess Scat doesn't really have that authority.
Would you really try to, like, arrest, like, Dracula?
Yeah. A life sentence would actually, be kind of fun to see play out.
It'd be the first time that we actually see a life sentence happen.
Have you guys seen the news about the woman at what was it called? Is it Chipotle? That threw the burrito at the worker there and is now sentenced to work at a Chipotle?
Yes, I saw that.
No, I didn't
that's
see
really
that.
funny to me. Yeah, she has to do half of the time in jail and the other half is now service at a Chipotle.
I really feel like issues like that would be solved if everyone working in customer service was allowed to slap one customer a month.
You get one free
Yes.
slap.
See, my problem with that, though, is it sounds like a punishment for the other workers at the Chipotle.
Yeah, no, that was brought up by some people. They're like, so how long until everyone else quits because of this bitch?
She clearly hates people at Chipotle. But, yeah, just going back to this house full of traps. There's a family that owns the house, and they lure teenagers, apparently mostly girls, into the house and then use the traps on them. We are now taking on the role of a person who's hacked into the camera and trap system, and we're going to use that to try and protect the next batch of people that are being lured to this house. Turns out...
Yeah, that still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, turns out while all this is happening, there's these skulking, weird trash bag vampires named augurs that are sneaking into the house by the dozens, and we still don't really know why. Oh, her eyes are glowing.
Also,
Oh, hi.
they're not exactly vampires. They haven't been completely turned, as they'll explain at some point.
Yeah, augurs
Was
are
her
like
eyes
junior
glowing before
vampires.
and we just
Okay,
didn't
so
notice?
I don't think we
Yeah.
ever saw that scene.
No,
and
we
there's-
never got to see that scene.
And there's the first augur and the second augur.
So, like, the idea here is we've hacked into their system, and now we're turning it on them while the people with guns go in and try and do other things.
Yes, they definitely do other things.
Do they?
Well, we saw one guy get captured.
Yeah.
That's doing something.
I was young once too, you know.
But yeah, I don't think we
Oh,
actually
yeah, it's
ever saw
Baby
that
Driver.
scene.
Special boy. We both know that. But you must stop.
Well, now we know why he wears his sunglasses at night.
All have to
He
do
can't control the green glow in his eyeballs.
help your cousin with that.
Yeah, it's about time.
Sorry, it didn't dawn on me.
Yeah, I'll dawn on you if you don't get on the ball.
I'm sorry. Oh, che cretini.
So, what's happening
Gratuitous
tonight,
Italian.
Well, we have to bottle the two downstairs. and-
Here's the
We-
question, is that fruit punch or blood?
Oh, definitely blood.
The problem
Yeah,
is Sheila and I
maybe a
might have to make
gazpacho.
delivery.
That's no problem. Tony,
You wouldn't drink a gazpacho out of that.
I'm not so sure.
You would if you were a vampire.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
How do you know that?
This is special vintage.
Oh, Jeffrey, don't
Well,
be so
I didn't
selfish.
want to
Think
reveal the
before
secret or
starving
anything like that,
augurs.
but I'm a vampire hunter. I'm a descendant of Van Helsing.
I highly doubt. I thought
Oh,
you
you're
were
a
about to
descendant of
reveal
Hugh
you're an
Jackman?
augur.
Anthony Hopkins.
We all wish we were related to Anthony Hopkins.
I don't.
So I got a question for you, Mac, since you're the Night Trap expert here.
Yep.
The way I understand it, at least for the Sega CD version, that intro that we watch, everything else is actually happening while that intro is going on. So if you watch it, you're actually missing out on being able to trap some augurs at the beginning.
Yep.
So that's fun. Maybe that's why we never saw some
The
of this
glowing
stuff.
eyes.
Yeah.
Now the remastered makes it so the intro you can watch it without getting a game over.
Oh, okay. And of course, Dana
No, you
Plato
just never started in the bedroom right when the game activated.
Oh, okay.
It's literally the first scene that pops up.
Yes, it should be a good weekend.
Too bad we must visit the Ogs tonight. I'd much rather stay here and enjoy our new
So the
guests.
first mystery here for me is why are they going to visit the augurs, and why are the augurs invading the house when they're going to see them?
Hi, Megan.
So
Oh,
it's something like, since they're not fully turned vampires, as vampires they're trying to help them,
Welcome to
but
our
the
little
augurs basically trick them to go do that so they can come invade the house.
Ashley. Hi.
Okay.
Megan.
It's
Cindy,
explained
Ashley,
a little
Megan,
later.
Hi.
Lisa,
Her little brother Danny.
little brother Danny,
And oh, and Kelly.
Dana Plato.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Martin.
Please call me Victor.
So charming.
So the
So I'm
augurs are
very-
More
kind of like
creepy.
the augurs are kind of like mindless, almost like animals.
No, they're still intelligent, but they cannot. They're not very good vampires because they're not fully turned.
And we actually got a proper introduction to that character now. That's Weird Eddie, not just Eddie.
What's the matter with you anyway? I don't know. Bored, I guess.
He's so weird for coming by and waving.
I mean, we're on our own tonight. So,
Also, I'm very disappointed this one does. This version of the whole thing you brought up does not have any of the game overs or anything in it.
Well, maybe I'll get to experience that fresh when I go for my master run.
Great place. Oh, just leave your bags there.
Well, it's like there was one I used to watch before this remastered came out where they basically integrated each of the girls' deaths into the movie as part of it.
Oh, okay.
Enchanté.
What?
Tu parles français, toi?
Oh, no, thank you.
Pitié.
That look.
This guy is really weak out.
So
She looks like a
Weird Eddie is weird for waving. That guy's weird for speaking French, which, okay, fair for him, but there's a lot of judgment going on in this game.
Wait, what's so weird about speaking French?
No, him specifically speaking French.
Oh, him specifically. Okay, you might want to be more specific.
Set them down anywhere, girls. This is a
Be more
beautiful
Pacific.
house, Mrs. Martin. Oh, please,
No,
just call me
that's
Sheila.
you want to be more Atlantic.
Let's see. Oreos, Life.
Oh, no, not that one. The other
two things I need and only have one.
one. Another refrigerator.
I have neither.
Why is it locked? Danny, we'd all like to thank you very much for letting us come up this weekend. It's very nice of you.
Our pleasure, my dear.
What's this? Oh, homemade cherry popsicle.
I don't know why watching this makes me want popcorn.
Very special cravings around.
Well, it's like a
Because it's
movie.
a very bad. I was going to say it's a bad B movie. That wasn't suspicious at all.
Don't be suspicious.
That's just the basement. Let's go see the boats.
So then the family doesn't know the augurs are here kidnapping people.
What's wrong?
That's my understanding.
Yeah,
Something about
yeah.
Kelly.
Woman's intuition again, huh?
Victor, you monster. Come on, let's go. We don't want to upset the augurs.
Oh no, he left his glass of gazpacho.
I Eddie. Bye, Eddie. Nice of you to drop by, Eddie. Oh, and let us know when you want to die, Eddie.
Okay, we're familiar with that scene.
Yeah,
I feel bad for
so
Eddie.
am I.
If it's going to turn out like Eddie's like a really bad person, but for right now, I feel bad for him. Like, you think, like, oh, it's going to turn out Weird Eddie is going to save the day, but it's going to turn out like he's going to come in and he's like a psychopath and tries to kill everybody.
You really get a kick out of this stuff, don't you?
Also, do you know how many times I had to rewatch some of these scenes to get all those achievements?
Oh, yeah. I can
So
imagine.
do you think they built two versions of the house?
Do you think they can handle it?
The way I understand it, it's they're all sets, and it's not like when you see them walking from one room to another, they're actually like the rooms are connected. They filmed all the stuff like out of order and then had to edit it all together and make it look as seamless as possible.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering, like, do you think they build two versions of everything, or do you think they like did all the acting stuff and then added in all the traps?
Yeah, I think it's all one set, not two versions.
Yeah.
Because they're like technically dancing over top of a trap door right now, but you can't see the trap door in this.
Right.
But then when we watch the augers, we can definitely see the trap door.
I mean, it's entirely possible they just had two floors, like one where the trap is uncovered and the other where it's covered.
Yeah, it's totally possible that, yeah, they would have had it secured for if, say, a teenage girl is dancing around singing into a tennis racket, making sure that she doesn't fall into a hole while that happens.
To a surprisingly very catchy song.
Yeah, it's definitely the high point of the experience so far. And I will say that she's selling this, like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, she understood the assignment. I do not know who anybody is outside of Dana Plato, and unfortunately we know where her career went, because she ended up tragically dying young. I believe drugs were related. But anybody else here, I don't know who they are, if they've done anything else ever.
Plays Victor had an actual career.
This is my cousin.
Victor's the dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the mom and one of the other girls.
I think someone's taking control of the system.
We'll see if you can get it fixed. If not, we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way.
I could take all weekend. I got plans.
Yeah. Come on, everyone. I'll show you to your rooms. Okay.
Oh, so they know we're controlling it now.
What's going on?
That girl looks exactly like Madeline.
Oh, not that again.
No, not that again.
Let's go, Studley. There's work to do.
So yeah, we're like 14 minutes into the video, and I feel like there's so much stuff that we've learned now.
You can still see them behind it.
Yeah, that we just didn't get when we were like playing the actual game.
Even when we watched those scenes, because I was too busy like focusing on having to jump around. Like, that girl, I thought it was just a meet cute, but apparently she looks like Madeline. I don't know who that is, but we will find out maybe.
Oh, we never saw this.
Yeah.
No.
The guest bedroom's up here, and they all share this bathroom. Hey, this is wonderful. Great. Oh, now this is my favorite bedroom.
Oh.
Oh, it's this guy.
Dudes around here. I'm going in for a closer look. Radio silence till I get back.
This is the first of the... I don't understand why the commandos were coming into the house. If we're supposed to observe and protect the girls, and they're gonna come in and do this...
2 lines of defense.
But why did both things need to happen?
Don't do it, kid. I don't care if it's glowing down there.
This kid who played Danny was in a couple episodes of some TV sitcoms. Punky Brewster, Webster, Blossom.
The augurs remind me of putties from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Swanson.
That's very apt.
Jason. Come in, Jason.
This is Mike. Jason's inside.
I said no one in until we got the signal from Kelly.
He thought he'd been spotted, so he went in to clean up. He clicked off before I could respond.
Oh, you're right, Matt. He was just being an idiot.
Yep.
Roger. Mike, go around back and cover position 3. I want him out of that house.
Roger.
The son, Jeff, was in Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
That's a lot of nightmares.
That sounds about right. I mean, this game feels like a cheesy 80s horror movie.
Our idiot is now being drained of blood.
So they captured him, dragged him down to the basement, and killed him. And then from there, there's basically like a system where you can lift them up into like a draining system in the kitchen.
Yep.
Why did you just go out the door? I think it's also confusing gameplay-wise when there's scenes where you can capture the augurs, but scenes where you can't.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now with the way that this is being cut, like, you see, like, one scene after another, but for the actual game, things
are happening at the same time.
Yeah, like, this scene right here would have been happening at the same time as, like, everything that we just saw, maybe?
Yeah, and, like, the gal walking across the hall happens during this.
For the summer.
Yeah.
You know, I think he likes Ashley. Really? Yes. You can see it in his eyes.
And he's wearing sunglasses.
I mean, you can tell by his face.
And his bod.
Yeah.
Sarah, what is this?
Oh. My father collects weird things.
I still don't know what that is supposed to be.
It's like, oh, what's the thing I'm thinking of? Like one of those things you, throw and it wraps around someone.
Oh, Ebola?
Yeah.
This is Collins. Here goes nothing, Chief.
Just no heroics, huh?
Count on it.
It just looks like something that got left behind by the props department and they improv'd.
You actually see an augur using one in a later scene, if it's in this one.
Oh, so many frogs outside.
Yeah. Well, they are by a
it's
lake.
the scene.
No, it's too early. She's not in her nightgown.
Oh.
Yeah, this is her just setting up the bathroom.
Trash your face with this junk on you.
Megan, it could be a lot worse.
Come on.
They're not just frogs, Michael. The big reveal is that they're vampires too. They're froggers.
I was going to say the same thing, but I saw you coming to it.
Oh, no, Miss Lisa. That was too tight. And then you find some
Wow.
What the fuck am I witnessing?
Acting, quote unquote.
I said it, I'll keep saying it. She understood the assignment. That's Megan, right? If you're still on. Oh wait, hold on.
never
I
saw
love this guy's shirt.
You had seen my boat.
Your boots.
Me boat. Boat. Oh. Me boat.
He also understood the assignment. Holy shit.
I like this guy.
So, fun fact, this guy is the voice of Thanatos in God of War, Ghost of Sparta.
Oh, wow.
Hell yeah.
And Venom in Ultimate Spider-Man, the video game.
Yeah, well,
You mean this
That's
guy had a
pretty cool.
career outside of this?
He had a very big voice acting video games.
Yeah.
Especially
I like
Disney
this guy.
video games.
Did you not just hear the voice he just did?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
I totally accept him as a credible voice actor. And I know I've played those games. And I like those games. And I like the performances. So,
Oh,
yeah,
back to
good
the
for him.
Froggers.
I was going to say, if you're still on IMDb, Matt, the girl that plays Megan here, the over actor there,
Yeah, I think this is her only real credit.
that's a damn shame because she's amazing.
She's not overacting. She's the only one actually acting
Oh.
out of like the teenage girls.
Collins is also Devastator in the original Transformers.
Oh, wow.
something is going on here. I don't know. I can feel it.
Why is he brushing his teeth in the fucking kitchen?
I guess it's just one of those things where it's just nervous brushing. Where he just thinks it actually does something to brush your teeth without water or toothpaste.
What?
He was the voice of the dragon in the Dragon Layers cartoon.
Now that's a hell of a connection.
But yeah, no, the guy who played Collins I think has the biggest credit list in this cast besides Dana Plato.
Well, good for him. I'm glad to see that people were not just bound to, like, a curse of Night Trap.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But no, yeah, Megan is played by Christy Ford, and this is her only credit.
Oh.
So what do you think, you guys?
It's delicious.
Yeah, we don't eat food, I guess.
Yeah. Depends on the lore. I know typically a common concept for vampires is that they can't eat food.
Oh, you're right. They're here.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Back to brushing.
Took his
Yeah, I
toothbrush out
think
of
that's
his
just a
pocket.
thing he does.
Oh, great. I love this man.
I love that that door isn't locked.
It was, then the augurs opened it.
Fair, fair.
And now we are at the scene.
There's some, like, quality stuff in this. In terms of just being, like, an entertaining, like, schlock horror thing. Like, genuine
Yeah.
funny.
This could have been a movie.
Yeah. I wonder, like...
Like, I do
Well,
say
there
it
is that-
is a shame you have to miss so much to actually perfect, but...
Yeah. But I...
'Cause this seems like it
would
would have been
wonder-
like a cult classic, you know?
Well, it does have, like, a bit of that following. It got that notoriety because of the Senate hearings and whatnot. But even back then, I think people thought, like, oh, it's nothing special. But just because of, I mean, everything that you're seeing here, there definitely is a fondness for it. Where people enjoy it for what it is now.
Michael, you were mentioning how these guys remind you of the putties that... There's like a plate on their chest, which is also what makes me remind you of that.
They're very putty-like. Which I think this came out before Power Rangers, so...
Yeah. But not before the Japanese originals, I don't think.
pictures of
I
all
imagine it's just coincidence, though. I don't think they were looking at like Super Sentai for inspiration.
No, this came after Power Rangers.
this.
Oh,
It's a
really?
market with a picture of a
Yeah.
young woman.
What year is this game?
Like
She looks just like Ashley.
9. Well, it was made
originally,
for the
like,
Sega
late
CD.
Well, the fact that you say 9 already tells me.
It was made for the Sega CD, and there was a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game on the Sega
You'd
CD.
never understand. Just stay out of
Oh,
it.
that's
I'm
fair.
warning you.
But all this was filmed for the Control Vision, which was a few years earlier.
Let's see. Night Trap.
Kelly, you alright? Yeah. Let's go outside.
92, the year before Power Rangers.
Mm.
Come on, we gotta get out of here. They're after us.
Yeah, nice.
And the kid just showed up again.
Serious. Come on, I'll show you.
Wait a minute, Danny. Just calm down and tell us exactly what you saw.
Oh yeah, and
Down
it was
in the
filming in
basement,
the
and I saw the
89.
control rooms with monitors and
What I was going to say is
traps.
Digital Pictures definitely went a route for doing these kinds of games. I would have been interested to see like if what they would have done with just making a movie. And just going like all in on making a movie instead of a movie/game.
What?
The Augs are here.
Yeah, because you definitely, with the game aspect, you lose some of this, like, really quality stuff.
Yeah.
Because this fits up right, like, through that horror genre of that time.
Mm. Also, we are officially past the progress we ever made playing the game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, we were never going to make it this far.
What are they? Well, they're called
We're almost to the halfway point of the game where there's actually a checkpoint.
It's nothing personal.
Oh, you get a checkpoint?
Yes.
Most of them are so hungry the skin keeps falling off their bones.
I can tell you exactly where it is when we get there because of how many times I had to watch the damn code change scene.
What can we do?
Hey, did you guys know that Matt played this game a lot?
What are they?
Special laser guns. I made them myself. You just point and shoot.
Okay.
It'd be really funny if he had pointed that at the kid.
Go in the front, and I'll go around in the back.
He looks so happy.
I'm definitely glad I'm
That is-
a Weird Eddie fan because I've
That
been
is definitely a
rewarded.
thing you should give a child.
So, this is the halfway point.
Oh no, why don't you go ahead?
This is where the checkpoint is.
Some weekend.
Sarah's acting a little weird.
A little weird. Come on, Cindy.
Some weekend, it's been like 20 minutes. You guys just showed up at night.
Come on, Megan. It's not that bad.
Yeah, we've only been recording for 35 minutes.
I've had the car the entire weekend, and I wind up in the middle of nowhere. It's embarrassing, Cindy. And Sarah said it was going to be an exciting weekend.
Well, give it a chance. Tomorrow we'll go water skiing, and the lake will be crawling with boys.
That's if Lisa doesn't scare them all away. Let's go.
Now, Lisa's already scared away from other
Come on, Megan.
things.
Let's get something to eat.
Cindy!
Let's go down to the control room. Maybe
You guys
Jenny
just
can-
had ice cream.
Oh, they cut out the code change dialogue.
Which is fair because that's more gameplay oriented, but
Yeah, but you can definitely hear the difference in the audio when they do it.
the ADR, yeah.
Damn it, Danny, I was going to track that.
Not anymore, you're not.
No, and thankfully that one doesn't count against you.
That'd be so
Can you imagine
fun
there's
if
like
you
a time rush? You have to beat the kid.
I mean,
You get
I
fired
wouldn't
because
put it
like
past
a
this game.
12-year-old is better at you,
Tony,
better at stopping them.
scared me.
Ashley, you must leave now.
Why?
There's no time to explain, but you're in grave danger.
Tony, I don't understand.
You'd never understand. Just leave now.
He's turning into the Hulk.
Stay out of this.
Don't make me use this, Tony.
What?
Sweet Jesus.
Excuse me?
Stupid little toy could protect you. This is useless against us.
This is where things really get fun.
You'd never understand.
Tony, what is going on around here?
Just go now.
Tony,
Not going to question him walking into the
You
mirror?
remind me of a person I knew and loved long ago. But that could never be.
I love that they tried to give this guy some deep fucking Twilight backstory.
Calm down. We're gonna be just fine. This is Kelly. Come in. Over.
God.
And while all this is going on, you're still supposed to
Yeah,
ignore
you're still-
it and trap augers.
Yeah, you still have to ignore all this, trap the augers, cut to a scene and suddenly see a dude teleport, and then have to go away, because no time to follow up on that.
Yeah, I think Perfect Run, you get to see a grand total of like 5 minutes, if even that, of the story.
Oh boy.
Leader, this is Mike. Come in. Leader, this is Mike. Come in.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, dang, that sucks.
You know, and that's kind of weird when you think about it, because most perfect runs are where, like, you would get to see every aspect.
Yeah.
Also,
I love
he
this
ca-
fridge that just looks like a cabinet.
the dude cannot be saved. He is a mandatory death.
Oh boy, here we go again. I'm serious. Eddie made these laser guns to fight off the Ogs. Ogs? We gotta tell everybody else. Follow me.
Just look in that other cabinet.
Really flipped out.
Are you gonna taste that and it's not cherry?
Definitely. You're making a mess.
That tastes like blood.
Yeah, right.
Oh, there you go.
There it is. The way she backed up, like, she was definitely like, I'm going to, like, my fucking cardio class.
I love Eddie. I hope this ends with Eddie and Megan getting together, because they're the best characters.
Also, you can trap Eddie here, and there's no consequence.
I mean...
Does he show up again later?
No.
No, he's dead.
That is the last we see of Eddie at all.
Oh, wow.
So you can
How are
mistake
you...
him
Because
for...
that's the thing, Michael, is if we don't see that it's Eddie, how are we supposed to know? We're just going to assume it's an auger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the fact your trapped count doesn't go up after you catch him.
You're asking for a
Well-
lot of observation in this kind of game.
Well, it's just really weird that they're like, well, that's the end of the story for Eddie. He's now pretending to be an auger.
Well, and like I said, I think in the first recording, like, after you save each girl, they disappear from the story. Like, we never see
Heavens.
Lisa again after
Right,
she jumped
right.
out the window. So I'm wondering if at some point the deaths weren't going to be instant game overs, but...
We'll be safe in this unlocked bedroom.
Where we already seen there's a secret passage.
Yeah. And their connecting door to the bathroom that's also unlocked.
Team. Scat. We have the whole house surrounded. We've taken control of all the traps and surveillance cameras. in
That's
the
one
house.
other thing that I'm curious about. She said the special...
Yes, they can.
Sorry, that caught me off guard. The special control attack team, but in the Sega CD version, it's the Sega control attack team.
I mean, that's because this scene was recorded before they had to switch to the CD.
Right. But that means that they would have had to have brought characters back or do ADR or something when it was put together for Sega CD, because that's a couple of years difference.
Yeah.
We just got to see a trap used.
Yep.
That's the second one we've seen used.
Ashley is now saved, and she will not show up ever again.
How many auger actors do you think there are?
5, probably, at most. Because
I
you only
think we
ever
see 4.
Yeah, I think 5 is like the maximum you ever see in a scene.
It is funny how even if you save them, they do act as if they've been captured.
Okay.
And he leaves. He's like, okay.
This is a tricky one. You have to, like, trap that auger in the bathroom and immediately switch to this camera to get those two.
Ooh, they sped up that footage.
Yeah. You can also see where the video is finally starting to corrupt.
Is that how it is in the remaster?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh.
So things definitely ramp up with, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that you actually have to start trapping them within the cutscenes that so far you've not been able to control.
Right. And
Also-
if you miss, then they get caught and it's game over?
Kind of. That one that just happened in the living room, if you miss, Jeff shows up and scares him off, but then he captures the girl and transforms her, and it's a game over later.
Oh boy.
One chance. Control, you gotta help us. Please trap that big hog by the back door so we can get out of here. Kelly, what if they're not there? We just have to trust that they are, Megan. I can't stand it. Megan, no!
Now, this scene is the one I remember most because it got me in trouble with my mother.
This one exactly? Why?
Because, right about here, Megan gets captured, and you actually have to do a weird timing, because if you don't, they drop Megan in the trap.
Oh.
And the game over transfers to the commander going, Megan is dead.
Oh, so that's where she walked in and was like, I think we've had enough of that.
Peace sign lightning.
I was a dumb kid and was telling my mom about watching this.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a you problem, Matt.
Yep.
Tony, I don't understand. This is crazy.
Don't be foolish, Kelly. They wouldn't stand in my way. Would you?
No, I would not.
Yes, I would.
Well, goodbye.
Thanks, Control. That was close.
Alright, I guess she's done. She's gonna go have a nap now.
Yes, the Augs are here. I can feel them in the house.
I'm afraid the
Wait, you can feel them in the house, but you didn't feel them earlier?
Well,
There's
they
a
weren't
lot
here.
more of them now.
But I think we should enter the house through the back.
Okay, sure.
I mean, you see how they've been practically flooding in the last few minutes, whereas before it was just like groups of one or two occasionally in a hall or something.
I'm still
just
waiting
really
for
funny to me.
Chekhov's pool float to pay off here.
I'm not quite sure.
What shall we do?
It's been sitting there by that car this whole time.
I don't like this at all. I don't like it at all.
Leader, this is Swanson. Come in, over.
What's going on out there?
I'm at the point there is no sign of Mike, over. Wait a minute, there's a radio in the driveway.
One of ours?
Looks like it is, yes.
Okay, that's it. All units
It's looking like this driveway is the most dangerous area.
red. I repeat, code red. Hit it.
Hold it right there.
Oh,
She
red.
actually
that
did
guy's
something.
just dead.
Hey! Hold it!
Twitch.
Let's look
Okay,
upstairs.
so a vampire's weakness is a 12 gauge.
What's going on?
The Augs are here.
Oh, we suspected as much when they didn't show up for the delivery.
They set us up.
Oh, Victor, they're just hungry.
Where are Jeff and Tony?
They're downstairs in the control room.
Well, Tony is even more downstairs than everyone else.
Hey, what is that thing?
Ew.
We're going in.
Accidentally peeled off the
Would've been
makeup
funny
there,
if that-
I think.
It would have been funny if that was actually Eddie.
Well,
Yeah.
that would have been really funny.
Eddie carrying the drill extractor thing.
Hmm.
Let's move! D, check the back
Charlie upstairs.
Watch your step, guys. I hope Control's still with us.
They are. They just saved my life.
Kelly, you all right?
Hold it! Nobody move!
What is the meaning of this? Please, that won't be necessary.
Who are you?
We're SCAT, Special Control Attack Team. You've got some explaining to do. Well, in that case, then, why don't we all go into the living room and get comfortable?
Will you just take it nice and easy, folks? Because it's not been a good night for me, you dig?
Ah, yeah, here we go. This is the one where you get to see that thing being used.
And used quite effectively.
Yep, it sure was used.
Also, you can capture this scat guy here for an instant game over.
Oh, nice.
Oh, speed that up.
Yep. Also, at this point in the game, when you're capturing augers, most of the footage is sped up.
We ran into a few of those things outside.
I should inform you now, Mr. Martin.
So you're still going to be going around capturing augers while we get the exposition scene that reveals everything.
Yep.
And most of them have been traced back to this
Jeez.
house.
Help me understand that, would you please, Mr. Martin? Well, this is all very intriguing. I really don't know where to start.
Start by explaining the cameras and the traps.
Well, I guess you'd call that charity.
Charity?
Well, in all fairness, all the credit goes to Sheila, my wife. It was actually her idea.
Oh, darling, it was your brilliant craftsmanship that made all of this possible.
Thank you. Get to the point. Quelle audace!
What do you say? I don't like this dude, man.
You see, Lieutenant, we were trying to help the unfortunate augurs.
Augurs?
Those are those things that were chasing us around the house trying to get our blood.
Oh, Kelly, I think you're overreacting.
What is an auger?
Oh, I think she's just overacting.
Poor creatures have
From that
just enough
angle, you
blood
can
to
kind of tell it's a
survive,
set.
but not enough to become vampires.
Poor creatures. Those things are monsters. See, these people are crazy.
It's a wicked curse. Wandering about looking for blood, hoping one day to become a vampire.
Ew.
Vampires? You gotta be jabbing me. Let's cuff these freaks and drag them downtown.
Hold it.
He went.
I don't think you understand, Mr. Martin.
He went in a
This is
direction.
another one of those scenes where you see multiple times.
I'm afraid it is
Oh,
you
boy.
who doesn't understand.
Jeffrey, are you all right?
Also, this is where you'd get that game over if you failed to save the girl here in the living room.
Oh, it's so much longer.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's it. Take him in.
Get him, Deke.
Oh, please.
Oh, bye.
Your bullets cannot hurt me.
Can you believe they did all their own stunts?
I can't believe it.
Oh, well, goodbye.
You can also capture the scat
with the others.
scat agent there with Jeff, and it won't lead to a game over.
I like how sometimes that's a passage to whatever is going on behind the scenes, and other times it's a trap.
Yeah.
It all depends on how aware the person is.
It still didn't make a lot of sense to me, even playing it.
Oh, this is so fun, my darling.
It's quite the effect there.
All right.
This is when we reveal that we're actually on their side.
I mean, the way the endings work is if you miss any one of them, they will disappear from the scene, just to keep it consistent for when you do trap them, and then they'll come back at the very end to capture Kelly.
I like how it's constantly like a revelation for her, where she's like, "You got to do something. Use the traps." Like that's everything, and she keeps forgetting and remembering.
Well, it's not really a revelation. She's just demanding, use the traps.
Yeah, but she's like, "You got to do something." And then she realizes, oh yeah, the traps. Use those.
You were perfect. Nobody's ever done that. I knew I could count on you. Thanks. You are wonderful.
Obviously, this is the
And next
perfect
time I'm on
ending.
special assignment, I'm
Mhm.
going to insist that you back me up. I'd go anywhere with you and feel secure knowing that you were at the controls.
I would hope this weirdly specific situation
Also, you could-
wouldn't be coming up often.
You could capture Kelly there for slightly different ending.
Yeah, that makes sense, because she just said, like, nah, you wouldn't.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the full story of Night Trap.
A lot of people died at the very end.
Yep.
Yeah, but they were
But none
military,
of the teenage
so...
girls.
Yeah, that was the most important thing, is you gotta take care of the teenage girls and forget all about the military.
Yeah, just scat.
Yeah.
Just forget about scat.
Also, another rendition of this song.
Scat, more like splat, because they splattered blood all over the place when they were bitten by vampires.
You really had to work on that, huh?
Oh, Philip Tuck, you were the best boy. And Tony Noko, you had a really good grip on the best boy. Okay, so now we completely understand the story, and we've got a real good understanding of all the characters and what they're like and their motivation. Like, we fully understand the Night Trap vision. So what's everybody's final thoughts on the, I guess, Night Trap as a movie? Callie?
Just as a movie?
Huh?
Yeah, like if
I mean,
I suppose like,
I
yeah.
liked it. I'd go and watch it as a cult classic.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. So I guess there are real vampires after all.
Yeah, the family. With their lightning bolts and
Glowing green
VCR
eyes.
teleportation. Okay, so yeah, 1987 was when this was originally filmed
yeah.
and everything. And then when it
Oh,
was...
thank God that the things in here are fictitious. Dead or undead.
Gotta add a little humor to your legal message.
So now we all want a Night Trap 2, right?
No.
I mean, I would have liked one.
Well,
The thing is, though, when you make a sequel to something, it never is quite the same.
Yeah.
But in this case, wouldn't that be a good thing?
But it
No.
might not be as good.
Well, I'm saying, like, if you... Like, the big flaw of this game is that you can't really bear witness to any of the story because you're too busy trying to trap the augurs. With how things are now, with the hardware and technology and everything like that, being able to create maybe like more of an integration between the gameplay and the video, you could maybe, fix that. But I'm saying, like, if you made like a Night Trap 2, so to speak, you could be like where everything is like going on in a scene and you're not cutting away from that scene to go trap augurs, that you're able to stay and pay attention to the story. I think that alone would be an improvement.
Yeah. Like maybe just have a screen dedicated to the entire story and then another one where you're bouncing around.
Or something like that, yeah. But very fun little experience there with all the acting and everything. It's weird because, like you say, like this is a game, and you can kind of pick up on how like the film is gamified by people just straight up exiting the scene after you save them.
Also, the survivor mode, it randomizes a bunch of those, so like as you get further along, you get a lot more of those scenes from the second half, where you'll have like Kelly and the girls running away from the piles of augurs.
So it just randomizes all those scenes?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, jeez.
Any scene where a augur can be tracked.
Well, we'll have to see if I do that or not. So I definitely had fun with the story now. I think let's forget about like a Night Trap 2. What about an actual full-on Night Trap movie? Because we all know that movies based off of video games, they're always good.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Flesh it out a bit and don't quite go the route they did with the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and it could be a pretty good movie.
I mean, this definitely has like that 80s vibe to it. And I don't know if you, I mean, because it was filmed in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if you'd really be able to capture that by doing like a movie of it now, because then there's like a bit of like that self-awareness. You know what I mean? Where it's like,
yeah,
it kind of loses the charm of the fact that the stuff was played, for lack of a better term, completely straight. Obviously, the way this was acted, it was not, they had an awareness of what they were doing, but it still had a sincerity to it. And I think if somebody were to do like, oh, let's make a Night Trap movie, maybe they'd be too self-aware of that. But I don't know. I like this. I like the everything, and I just wish that we'd gotten more of it.
Yeah, all said and done with the actual story scene, it's not that long.
Yeah, it should be noted this was maybe just under 50 minutes here, and this was cutting all the scenes together in an order, whereas when you're playing the game, a lot of them overlap, so the actual game is shorter.
It's like 30 minutes of game if you do it without game overing and such.
That sounds about right, because I think when we did the gameplay, it got to about 15 minutes before we gamed over with the Lisa scene. But yeah, so that's Night Trap as a movie. Once again, I want to give the credit to Ziggity, I think. I'm already blanking on the name. Yeah, Jake Ziggity Steven. So I had the middle name right. And you can probably find other cuts if this wasn't to your liking. You can find all of the fail states and the alternate endings and stuff out there. All said and done, though, from the experience of playing the game or watching me play the game, and now the experience of like the full story, would you recommend that other people play this?
Wholeheartedly.
Okay, Matt.
Yeah, I would say so.
Matt, number one Night Trap fan, wants everybody to play this. Callie says yes. What about you, Michael?
It's hard to recommend as a play. Just because, like, watching you play the game, it was like, what is happening? Because, like, you'd be trying to push the button for the trap to happen and it just wouldn't. But as an experience, I definitely think it's worth experiencing. I just don't know if it's, like, recommended, like, yes, absolutely play this game.
Maybe not play it in full, but if you had access to it for cheap.
Yeah, if you're at a party and someone has it set up, then you should give it a shot.
Or if you emulate the Sega CD version or something like that. It's worth checking out to just kind of experience it, but not maybe worth going all the way through the whole thing.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, it's. I think it's something that if you have this game and someone comes by, be like, "Hey, give this a try."
And I say play it the way like James did in our first video, and then go look up a guide for getting the perfect if you want to get all the way through.
I guess that does it. I hope everybody enjoyed getting the experience of the story and us actually learning everything. Well, Matt knew all of this from the beginning, but me, Callie, and Michael, this is all first for us, all those scenes. And I liked it. I think I'm kind of along the same lines as Michael, where I think it's a game that people should experience, if only for like 10 minutes, whether you're watching somebody else play or you play it yourself, because there really is a novelty to it, and there is that like schlocky charm to the whole thing, and like Callie was talking about earlier, like that the whole like kind of like cult following to it, where there's something here. It's not all good, but it's also not all bad either, and I'm fine with that.
It's also not all ugly.
It's not. Oh, I was gonna try to like not all gur, but that's not
Ugly?
very good.
Like, I'm glad Screaming Villains got the chance to bring the game back for, like, what was that, 2015?
2017, I think that said. That might have been for the whatever release that was. It might have been a bit earlier.
Yeah, because it was still coming out for a couple years on different consoles like Switch. And
Right.
whatnot.
Well, I think that's about good for talking about Night Trap and watching Night Trap and everything like that. Next time we do Night Trap, I think I might go for that perfect run experience. Whether I succeed or not is another story. And when I say we, I mean me just maybe doing it as like a bonus video or something like that. Just to get more Night Trap, because I now apparently need as much Night Trap in my life as possible.
This is your life now.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice knowing you both.
Goodbye forever.